Halloween, a night of costumes, candy, and make-believe scares. We dress up as monsters and ghosts for fun, knowing it's all just a game. But what happens when the line between fiction and reality blurs? When the tricks aren't harmless and the treats are a mystery. Tonight, we're looking at 8 real-life cases, all anchored to the spookiest night of the year, that remain shrouded in shadow, their truths forever hidden. These are the unsolved mysteries of Halloween. Mystery number 1. The disappearance of Trevor Deeley. Our first story takes us to Dublin, Ireland, on Halloween night 2000. 22-year-old Trevor Deeley was out celebrating with friends at a local pub. He was in great spirits, having just landed a new job. Around midnight, he left to make the short, 15-minute walk home. He was seen on CCTV walking alone, and then he vanished. Trevor never made it home. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no trace of him was ever found. His bank account was untouched, and he didn't take his passport. Theories range from a tragic accident, like falling into the River Liffey, to foul play. But with no body and no evidence, the mystery of what happened to Trevor Deeley on that dark Halloween night remains a haunting question for his family. Mystery number 2. The Phantom of the Philippines. In 1993, the town of Sampaloc in the Philippines was holding a huge Halloween festival. Amid the crowds, a man in a formal Barong Tagalog shirt was seen, acting erratically, wielding a .45 caliber pistol. He opened fire indiscriminately into the celebrating crowd. In 1993, the town of Sampaloc in the Philippines was holding a huge Halloween festival. Amid the crowds, a man in a formal Barong Tagalog shirt was seen acting erratically, wielding a .45 caliber pistol. He opened fire indiscriminately into the celebrating crowd. The chaos was absolute. When the smoke cleared, 4 people were dead and 9 more were injured. But the shooter? He had vanished into thin air. Despite hundreds of witnesses and a massive manhunt, the gunman was never identified or caught. He became known as the Phantom of Sampaloc, a ghost who brought real terror to a night of festivity and was never seen again. Mystery number 3. The All Hallows Eve Poisoner. In the days leading up to Halloween 1970, the city of Detroit, Michigan, was gripped by a terrifying rumor. A man was handing out poisoned candy to children. Tragically, it wasn't just a rumor. A 5-year-old boy named Kevin Toston died after eating heroin-laced candy. His uncle claimed it was given to him by an anonymous man on the street. Another child was hospitalized. Police launched a huge investigation and even identified a potential suspect, a man named James Kelly. But the evidence was purely circumstantial. No one was ever formally charged with the murders. The case remains open, a chilling precedent that spawned the modern poisoned candy fear and left a real-life monster walking free. Mystery number 4. The Halloween Oil Drum Murder. On Halloween night, 1979, in the quiet town of Newtown, Connecticut, 2 17-year-old boys, John Sochacki and Peter Byram, were at a party. They left around 10:30 p.m. to get more beer and were never seen alive again. 2 months later, their bodies were discovered by a hunter. They had been stuffed into 55-gallon oil drums, which were left in a remote wooded area. Both had been shot. There were no suspects, no clear motive, and very few clues. The case went cold for decades. Despite occasional new tips, the murders of John and Peter, a Halloween night that ended in unthinkable horror, have never been solved. Mystery number 5. The Haunted Halloween Party Fire. Host. In 1963, the infamous and reportedly haunted Pacific Hall in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, was hosting a massive Halloween party for 400 people. The building was a known fire trap, decorated with highly flammable crepe paper and cardboard. Around 1 a.m., a fire erupted. In minutes, the entire building was an inferno. Panic ensued. While many escaped, the bodies of 6 partygoers were later found huddled in a walk-in refrigerator, where they had sought refuge from the flames. The official cause was deemed an electrical fault, but rumors of arson and even a connection to the building's haunted past persisted. The true, definitive cause of the ignition has always been a subject of doubt and mystery. Mystery number 6. The Riverside Jack-o'-lantern Vandal. This one is more bizarre than deadly, but no less unsettling. For years in the 1990s, the Riverside neighborhood of Chicago was terrorized by a mysterious figure known only as the Pumpkinhead. Every Halloween, this individual would systematically roam the streets, smashing every single jack-o'-lantern they could find. They were never caught, never identified, and their motive remains a complete mystery. Was it a personal grudge against the holiday? A strange ritual? An act of pure anarchic compulsion? The Pumpkinhead vanished as mysteriously as they appeared, leaving behind a trail of shattered pumpkins and a community wondering who or what was behind the mask. Mystery number 7. The Disappearance of Mitchell Weber. In 2013, 23-year-old Mitchell Weber was at a remote Halloween cabin party in the woods of Marion, North Carolina. Sometime during the night, he got into an argument and left the cabin on foot, without his shoes, phone, or wallet. He was never seen again. A massive search of the rugged terrain found nothing. The circumstances are strange. Why did he leave without his essentials? Did he get lost? Was there foul play involved at the party? Despite years of investigation and search efforts, Mitchell Weber simply vanished into the Halloween night, becoming one with the very woods he was partying in. Mystery 8. The Halloween Bank Heist. Our final mystery is a pure, high-stakes whodunit. On Halloween night, 1972, the Gerber State Bank in Gerber, California, was robbed. The thieves used a stolen bulldozer to literally rip the entire vault from the bank's foundation and haul it away into the night. They escaped with over $80,000 in cash and valuables. It was an audacious, almost cartoonish crime. And yet, the perpetrators were never caught. The vault was found abandoned in a nearby orchard, but the money and the criminals were gone. The Great Gerber Bank Heist remains one of the most brazen and unsolved bank robberies in California history. A perfect, real-life caper pulled off under the cover of a Halloween night. From tragic disappearances to brazen heists, these 8 stories prove that sometimes the most frightening things aren't the monsters we imagine, but the very real and very human mysteries that linger in the dark. What do you think happened in these cases? Do you have a local unsolved Halloween mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next exploration of the world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.